Okay, progress update on the ooze nest knockoff from China. We have the basic frame is done. I even have the badge on it. The Z-axis is done, although deep inside there where you can't see, where this screw, let me go around here, where this screw right here goes, there is a, deep down in there, there is a nut basically for it, a Delrin nut to drive the thing, and it is not anti-backlash, so this needs to be pulled apart at some point, and then an anti-backlash nut needs to be put in there, which is on order and in theory in I think Illinois right now, which is taking forever. It's all GT3 belts, so those are all in place. That's hooked up, belts in place, belts in place. You know, we're ready to go basically. All I need to do is sort out how to mount this. And the way this is going to mount is it's going to be attached to this rail down here. So it goes with the whole X-axis. And that way I don't need to run any of these wires very far at all. So this will be just sitting on here. Power will come along this rail, and I'll have a drag chain attached here and a drag chain attached along the side, so that the power can be run safely. These wires, the little bit of them that need to have anything done, they'll be run safely. This will be run fine, and then I'll have the power supply. The power supply will be off to the side somewhere in a control box that will also include emergency stop, basically power on, all the different, whatever different controls I have. I do also have some somewhere crushed under a board. Nope, that would be your basic Bigfoot stepper. These guys right here, limit switches. So I have 3 limit switches for 3 limit switch inputs on the board. So I'll put those on at some point, but probably not initially. And I probably need to create some pretty basic holders to make them attach into here and stop where I want them. But not a huge deal, pretty quick. What else we got? Oh, so we also have a hunk of metal that is, I think, going to attach on here. I'm going to cut it in half, basically. It'll attach on here and then bend over onto that, and on that we'll mount, the drag chain appropriately. So that should be fine. Do the same thing over here, and a similar piece of metal is going to be mounted onto this, and that'll be what that sits on. So pretty straightforward. I could, I think, get some 3D printable parts, but and I probably should, but that takes longer to print than it does to bend a little bit of metal, except for the fact it's really cold out here. Anyway, that's the current state.